Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Now, with the upcoming releases of the Samsung Galaxy S8, the LG G6, and also the iPhone 8 later on in the year, it just kind of makes me think, like, are phone upgrades worth it? Now, the reason I say that is whenever the smartphones, specifically the iPhones and then later Androids, were first released around 2005, if I remember correctly, it was really something new. It was something refreshing. It was something innovative. And at the time, this whole smartphone space was new to pretty much everyone, and especially with the whole touchscreen. And so with that, you wanted the new technologies. There was always going to be something new. There's always going to be something fresh, and there's going to be competition everywhere. And there were lots of rooms for innovation because it was so new. Now, you fast forward to 2017, and as with all technologies, eventually they become commodities. They become common. And at that point, that's the challenge of companies to actually figure out, well, how can we still make things that people will want to buy on a regular basis? And I myself, I have an LG G5 right now. Okay, so I really don't feel the need to upgrade as often anymore. Before, people would want to upgrade their phones almost every single year, and at least in the US, a lot of the phone carriers, they had plans where they would allow you to upgrade your phone every single year. However, what it really was, it's just a loan. You get a loan from the manufacturers to buy the phone, and then you would get a new phone, then now you have a new loan. Now in other countries, they don't have plans like that. You just buy the phones outright, which made a lot more sense. So now that there really isn't a reason for the majority of people to upgrade their phones, how are these companies actually going to keep things going? How are they going to get you to buy more phones? And especially if you think about the competition around the world, whether it's from China, whether it's from Korea, whatever places, even a lot of companies in South America, the smartphone markets, it's still growing in those areas. And so for the phone manufacturers, they're probably going to do what other technology companies have done. They're going to target market places that are still like developing. So developing countries such as South America, such as parts of China, India, and even in parts of Europe and Africa, that's really where I feel where all the action is going to be happening, where these countries didn't have all these newer phones available at a price that most people can afford. And at the same time, they didn't have the networks. They were still building up the networks for a lot of smartphones. And so if you are in those countries, then more than likely, yes, you're probably still going to be upgrading your phones. But I think for people here in developed countries like the US, I don't think a lot of people have a really good reason to upgrade every single year or more regularly than they used to, because there's really nothing that's coming out in these phones that make you say, hey, it's so much better and it has a lot more value than what I'm currently using. So those are my thoughts on phone upgrades. Do I think they're worth it? If you're in a developed country, I don't think that you really need to upgrade your phones regularly like we used to, because it's really not new anymore and it's really not offering anything new. However, if you are in these other developed countries, then it really makes sense for you to upgrade, and you probably will be anyway. So if you had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave your comments and ideas below. And if you got a lot of value out of these videos, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. All the information is in the description area below as well. Thanks for watching. See you in another episode.
Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com. And I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.